And then let me, okay, boom, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna minimize chat. Okay, I may not be back for half an hour because these are getting tough. Okay, so find the best move for black. Opposite colored bishop endgame. God, good God, who wants to do this? Not me. What a ugly thing to do. Okay, well, let's look at the obvious. So he would have to play bishop f3 unless I'm missing something crazy. No, I mean, he's got to play bishop f3, so I'm going to do it without the arrows. So d2, bishop f3. Now, I don't love that. I'm actually thinking about b5 now, but I won't be able to catch his pawn. b5, h6, and I can't. Actually, I could catch it. Interesting. So now I got a lot of ideas here. So if my king, if these traded off, like for example, let's say I escorted the pawn and these got traded off, I would then have to trade my bishop for his h pawn, and that would be losing. For me, I think. So I need to come up with a strategy more so than specific moves. So what if I... tricky. I was going to say, what if I stop his pawn first? And then escort mine, but that doesn't really make sense. This is hard. Okay, I'm gonna look at b6 b5 again. So if he pushes, this isn't, I can't take because that's going to be too slow. So if I did do this, I would have to bring up the king and go for that, which does look good. So b5 is certainly interesting. If he takes, then I just take his bishop, and that has to be winning. If he starts to bring his king in, or let's say let's say b5, let's say he takes on f7. Well, he can't do that because then I'm going to queen. So b5 is looking better and better. Let's say he goes to f3 proactively. Actually, hang on. I thought of another idea. I thought of a whole other idea, because if my king was here and he plays bishop f3, I have this check, and that would win me his bishop. So how could I make that happen? I could force this. So I know I'm bouncing all over the place here, but yeah, so d2, bishop f3. It might make sense to then play king e3. Although I wonder if he can well, this is complicated. I got so many ideas. Cuz yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Or could I even change the move order and play f5 first? No, that's probably terrible. No, this is still interesting. And then I go king d3. If he pushes, then I have f5 check. And that should be winning. Because he has to leave his bishop. I take the bishop and then I can cover his queening square. So this, yeah, so d2, bishop f3, king e3. And pushing doesn't work for him. So if he goes bishop d1, that's where I don't know how to continue. That's where I don't know how to continue. That's why it would be nice to if we start with king e3. Yeah, so maybe we start with king e3 because then he can't play bishop f3 because c5 wins. And if he pushes, I think I'm still in time because I still threaten to push myself. And then if this, I'm still in time. Check. Takes, and I'm still in time. I think we'd start with king e3. I think I solved it. So we start with king e3. Yeah, I mean if he starts with if he pushes, then c5 or f5 rather, displacing his king. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, let me start over here. Getting confused. Yeah, so if king e3. So let's look at this first. If he goes here, then I check and I take this and I'm protecting everything. And if he pushes first, then I push, and then same thing. He will have to defend this way, and then I have c4 again. So I'm going to go for that. Yeah, and so he pushes, and I just have to verify so I don't confuse myself. Yeah, then I threaten to push. Yeah, and then we have f5. Yeah, woohoo! Opening up chat. Okay. Always nice to solve one. Okay, looks like nobody wrote anything. Oh, no, it looks like Not Too Smart got it. Well, kind of. He said one move anyways. Okay, that was actually fun. I'm going to do another one. So I'm at what, 2561? I'm about 2 puzzles away from a new personal best. Here we go. Okay, find the best move for black. So we're down the exchange and 3 pawns. So we're down a lot of material. So we need something major. Probably a checkmate. We could threaten a mate in 1. So let's look at that. There's no immediate threats from white that I can see. So he needs to defend against mate. He has 1 move to do that. We might as well look at the forcing move first. So what about queen h2 instead? And then we threaten bishop h3. because that actually looks pretty good. So queen h2, let's say bishop f3, then it's mate in 2. Could I just go bishop h3 right away? So queen h2 looks good. Okay, so queen h2. I don't know what he does about, because I don't know how he deals with that. Okay, let's say I got 2 free moves. So let's say I get queen h2, bishop h3 in. And then, okay, well, let's do it a different way. So let's say queen h2, queen c5, and then bishop h3. Well, then I'm just winning here, right? So I don't know what he does about it, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate for white, but I just don't see. I don't see what he does. Maybe we give him this pawn. So let's try that. So let's say queen e7. I'm going to go for it. I don't see what he can do. Yeah, so he goes queen e7. I just go here, and I don't see the problem. Oh, fuck me. Oh, sorry. Okay, opening up chat. I rushed the second move. Minus 10 points for that. Okay, let's just go straight to the solution. Wait, so I rushed the second move. So then queen takes e3. What? It still looks winning though, right? I guess not. Surprisingly, this is not winning. I rushed that, eh? Damn it. So then we go here. Yeah, I would have found that, but I rushed it. So shame on me. Damn. So we're back to square one because I gained 10 points on the first one, lost 10 points on this one. Yeah, lost all the viewers once I switched to puzzles. Oh well. Okay, I will keep going though. Oh, it's always hard to come back off a puzzle when you get one wrong. Okay, find the best move for black. King and pawn endgame. So no potential for breakthroughs on the king side. So this is all going to be about king position. First of all, if I lock things down, which I highly doubt would help us out, there's no way that I can make progress. So king h5, if king h5, and if he takes the pawn, and I take back, it's hard to see us making progress there. I just want to make sure there's no en passants. Yeah, okay. So it's hard to feel like that we can make progress here. Unless I don't recapture it right away. Or maybe I recapture it. And then, because I have more reserve tempi than him. Then I make this waiting move. And I won't make progress there though. Because he moves his, I guess he'll go back to f2. Although at the end of that, he gets opposition. But I have yet another reserve tempi, and he'll have to give way. Because I'll have 2 reserve tempi there. So that very roughly looks like it works, but that was a napkin calculation there. Yeah. If he doesn't take and he plays something like king a4, I think it's going to be similar. I think I just take and I'm assuming he recaptures. It's possible he doesn't, but if he does, I have the extra tempi, so he will have to give way once again. So I am going to bring the king in. If I take the pawn to begin with, I wonder if that's also winning. He would have to recapture, I feel. That might also be winning. Everything looks winning. That can't be right, though. Yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Ding dang. Here. Oh no, he can bounce between these 2 squares. Yeah. So I get this in, it doesn't mean anything because he just goes here. Yeah, he just goes back and forth like that. So it is going to be king h5. Yeah. And we do take right away. Yeah, and then I use one of my reserve tempi. Yeah, okay. Nice. Nailed it. And the reason you don't want to go for this one is because we don't get that extra tempi at the end. So I nailed that one. Happy with that. Okay, let's keep going. Minimizing chat. Another king and pawn endgame. Okay, this is going to get a lot harder. This is going to be hard. Looks like it's out of like Dabrowski's endgame manual. So let's say king e5. And if f4, this is tough. If f4, I'm not sure if h4 is good or not. If f4, maybe I could go f3. Yeah, right? f3. Yes. So king e5, f4, I go f3. And that should be winning. He does get this check though. So I got to be careful still. But then I have king f5, and then at the end of that, I don't even know about that. That's tricky. Just show you bing bang, f3, king h4. Yeah, I take and then g5, and then king f5. He goes king g3. I take on g5, takes on g3. I get this one in, but I don't know. I don't know if that's winning. Ugh. Complicated. Let me look at it again without the arrows. King e5, f4, f3, king h4, king f4, g5. King f5. King g3, king g5, king f3. I think it is winning. Then king g7. No, I can't go that far. Then I go h4. No, I think that's a draw. King e5, f4, f3, king h4, king f4, g5. But maybe I don't go king f5. Maybe, yeah, I don't have to. Then king f5, king g3, king g5, king g2. h4, or yeah, just say h4, king f2, h5. Oh, sorry. Oh, I lost it. I gotta do it again. King e5, f4, f3, king h4, king f4, g5, king f5, king g3, king g5, king g2, king g6. No, sorry. Yeah, no. So king g5, king g2, right? Okay, okay, let me go slower. King e5, f4, f3, king h4, king f4, g5, king f5, king g3, king g5, king g2. Ooh, I did pretty good. I did that all blindfolded. Impressive. Okay. Then I'm thinking h4, king f2, and king g6, king g3, h5. That's a draw. I think that's a draw. So I don't know. At least the f3 might not be right. But I want to try a whole different line. Let's try king f3. If f4, that will kind of transpose if I go back to king f4. Oh, no, it won't. No, it won't. So king f3, yeah, f4, I go king f4. He can't go to h4, so he would have to go to king f4. But then I have h5, h4. And then if g4. Oh, it's so complicated. Maybe I can just go h4. Maybe king f3, f4, h4. And then king h4, king f4. It's similar. So similar. I could also get the opposition directly by going king e3. That might be interesting. King e3, f4, king f3. So he gets it. He'll get it back. Yeah, that'll transpose too. Actually, sorry, this is really tough. No, this is so hard for me. I don't really know. I'm just going to go with king f3, I think. Actually, I have another idea. What if I go after this pawn? Because my pawns might be mostly self-sufficient, although he can split them up this way. But I might be okay there still. This might be the right plan. King e5. Assuming he doesn't go to king h6, let's look at the other lines first. So if he pushes his pawn, I just keep walking around here. I blockade this. I guess he can always go here at the end of it. But then I think I can come back for this one. Now if he does go to h6, then what? Then maybe I go king f4. And if king h5, it's so hard. It's so hard. King h5. I don't know. G4 take. Oh, it's so hard. Holy crap. Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to give it a guess. I'm going to go here. Okay. So I took a guess that's like shameful for doing puzzles, but at least and we get this, which isn't very helpful because this was already what I was looking at before, right? But yeah, this is what I kept looking at before, but then the G5 really pisses me off. But in those other cases, I always played king f5. Maybe that's not the right way to do it. Oh no, I was looking at f3. That's what I was doing before. I was looking at f3 in my initial calculations, but I don't remember if I looked at h4. Probably I did. Probably I did. Yeah, take G5. And then king f4. No, I think I might not have looked at that. I might have only looked at f3. I might have only looked at this. And then after G5, he comes in here. So I might have overanalyzed this. It might just be H4. The difference is my pawn is still protected G3. So H4. Now it's possible he doesn't take it. Which is interesting of its own by itself. This will just be corresponding squares, I feel. Actually, could I not go back to E4? Would that be different? That won't be any different, right? The check. It would be different. It would be different because I'm not giving up the H pawn. I'm just getting this pawn for nothing. So I think it might be king e4. Yeah, originally I was looking at f3 to kick him out, but that's not even necessary, and that gives him g3. So I think it's just king e4. I didn't realize that I could just play king e4 here. And yeah, so if he goes king h4, king f4, g5, I can just do anything like king f5, I think even. I'm going to go king e4. That has to be right. Yeah, wow. Opening up chat. Looks like none too smart got it. Oh, we got some people chatting on this one. Yeah, that's funny. It's going back to e4. It's just those simple moves that you miss, right? Okay, so I don't feel great about that because the first one I kind of I kind of guessed was the first move and then played on from there, but I'll take it. So I'm getting close to new personal best. I think I'm... Is this updated? Let's see. 20. I'm 1 win away. I got to do another one. I'm 4 points away. Okay, I'm 4 points. I need 25.74. I'm 25.69 or something. So I'm going to minimize chat and do another one. This might be it for a new personal best. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, yeah. If I get this, it'll be a new personal best. I can't remember when the last time was. It might have been like 6 months ago. Okay. Find the best move for black. So we're down a piece. We're down a full knight. Now, his queen looks a little close to being trapped. He doesn't have a whole lot of squares. If I start out with a check, for example, and then go here, I guess he's got an escape route, I guess. Yeah, but his queen looks a little close to being trapped. The next thing I notice is his king has a lot of dark square weaknesses. So check and then coming in here looks pretty good. So let's look at that. Bishop c5. And let's say king h2. This just is checkmate, right? Unless I'm missing something, but that just looks like checkmate. Bishop c5, king h2, queen h4. Same thing here. If he goes king h1, queen h4 is mate. So he could block, but that will just compound his issues. So the only move that makes sense is therefore king f1. After king f1, queen h4 looks to be the most obvious choice, threatening mate in 1. I see no threats from white immediately, so he will have to try to defend mate in 1. If he goes king e2, then it's still mate. So how did he stop mate on f2 there? It seems too simple of a puzzle though, right? For it to be that simple, like bishop c5. Am I missing something? No, it's got to be king f1. So bishop c5, king f1, queen h4. I guess he has g3, or that's the only move, right? g3. So, okay, so that's forced. I don't see anything in between that. So I have to trust that that's the new tabia to look at. So bishop c5, king f1, queen h4, g3. Then I'm guessing queen h1. And king e2. And queen g2. And yeah, that's me. I mean, that's very simple though. Okay, let's see. I mean, I'll be surprised. I mean, if it's, I don't know. It seems overly simple. Oh wait, I actually forgot about bishop h2. So I forgot about bishop h2. I would like, okay, so queen h4, bishop h2. I did forget about that. Yeah. Whoops. That was an oversight. I'm lucky that it's going to let me keep going. Then it might be bishop f2. So queen h4, bishop h2, bishop f2. He probably has like knight f1 at the least. I could get rid of his queen first. It might be queen, maybe it's queen b6 first. Oh, queen b6. I mean, that's not a queen, that's a rook. Rook b6. Rook b6 looks good. Okay, but I was also thinking other things like even rook a8 and then continuing it and then playing bishop d6. That's what got me to this, because like even this looks good, but I guess he can attack our bishop. But we don't need that though. The whole point is to do this. So even this looks good, but there's got to be a reason it's not. There's got to be a reason that that doesn't work. I don't know what it would be, because that also looks good. Maybe that is the answer, you know, because there's still this. Oh, no, because I'm not covering, yeah, because then, yeah, okay, so, and if what if I keep, oh no, I can't because my queen's in the way. Yeah, so I think you could just go to one of these two squares. So I think, yeah, so rook b6 is looking good. He either, like if he'll lose his queen to save against checkmate, and that, well, that's good for us. And I guess he could take it. How would material be if he takes our rook? Take with the bishop, probably. I guess we're up a queen for a rook. Are we though? Yeah, we are. So that would be good too. And if he saves the queen, save the cheerleader, then we go back. Well, now we might be spoiled for choice with either queen a4, but this might be better. And then after bishop h2, we sack the rook, and then queen h4 is mate. So I'm going to go with rook b6. I don't see what's wrong with it. I got it. I got it. I think that's a new personal best. I think that's a new personal best. It should be. Let me verify. Let me verify. 2580. Whoops. You gotta. The only way to find out is to. I could also check my YouTube video records, but I'm pretty sure that's a new personal best because. It was 2573 before. I'm pretty certain, but I just want to verify. Yeah. New personal best. It's been a while. 2580. 2580 puzzles. Getting close to, well, you can do the math. 2600. It's not even math, it's just counting. But 2580. Cool. Now, this one and the previous one, I got the first move correct, but I didn't solve it from the very beginning, so that would have been better. Thank you, Not Too Smart. Thank you, Learning Chess. Yeah, so I forgot that he could defend with, if I go queen h4, he has bishop h2. So trying to find a solution for that. I wanted to then follow up with bishop d6. Thank you, recursion. But he can just take my bishop, so I was looking a way to deflect that queen, and that's what made me come up with rook b6. Yeah, cool. Cheers.